Daily Devotion with Pastor Balla for February 11th, 2021 from Luke chapter 6, Good versus Bad Fruit. Previously we heard from Jesus from Luke chapter 6 verse 37, Judge not, and you will not be judged. Condemn not, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Even Jesus doesn't condemn, as he says in John chapter 3 verse 17, for God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but in order that the world might be saved through him. Whoever believes in him is not condemned, but whoever does not believe is condemned already because he has not believed in the name of the only Son of God. So Jesus focuses our attention to the attitude of the heart, to faith. And faith does something. It's God's gift to us. But as it's given to us, and as we have this faith as a gift from God, it produces good works within us. And you could say these are godly good works. And Jesus describes these good works as fruit, byproducts of the gift of faith. So let's continue on with Luke chapter 6, verse 43. Jesus is speaking, for no good tree bears bad fruit, nor again does a bad tree bear good fruit. For each tree is known by its own fruit. For figs are not gathered from thorn bushes, nor are grapes picked from a bramble bush. The good person out of the good treasure of his heart produces good, and the evil person out of the evil treasure produces evil. For out of the abundance of the heart, his mouth speaks. The gift of faith produces godly good fruit. Does the heart believe and trust in Jesus or not? That's the question. While two people can do the identical work in this world, the work that is done by faith and trust in Jesus is considered good by God. So Jesus explains it this way of what happens on the last day in Matthew chapter 25, verse 32. Before God will be gathered all the nations, and he will separate people one from another as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. And he will place the sheep on his right, but the goats on the left. Then the king will say to those on his right, come, you who are blessed by my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me. Notice Jesus here is speaking about faith producing the godly good works that God sees. And those good works serve our neighbor. And God receives those good works like they were done to him. So every time we serve our neighbor, we are serving God. However, without faith, we cannot serve God, even though we may do the identical work for our neighbor. Faith is always the key, and godly good works will always follow God's gift of faith. I like what St. Paul says in Ephesians chapter 2, verse 10. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them. So as Christians, through faith, we do godly good works and serve our neighbor in need, which in turn serves God. This is the good fruit that God is looking for. And by the way, for Christians, this is also the good fruit we get to enjoy. Join me again tomorrow as Jesus continues his discussion through Luke chapter 6. God's peace and many blessings be with you, and thank you for watching. And please take an opportunity to share this message with others. If you have enjoyed these daily devotions, please consider making a donation to Peace Lutheran Church, 24024 West Main Street, Plainfield, Illinois, 60544. Thank you again for watching.